Welcome on, guys. Today we are going to be talking about what form of slave are you, or what is your favorite brand of slavery. Now, you might be thinking that is not a kosher title. You can't say that. Well, frankly, I don't care too much because I think it's important for people to think about their real life experiences, what's actually going on in their life, and how are they reacting to different environments. Now, I'm specifically going to be sharing about work, okay? And how are we earning income? How are we earning our lifestyle? How are we providing for our families? A lot of people would say, well, they're going to provide through multiple means, but I would say the general population, they are either employees or self-employed. And with those areas, I'm not excluding myself right now. I'm still on the in between self-employed and business owner, but I'm definitely more in the business owner sector right now. But the biggest thing is, if you're an employee, who controls your time? Who controls the environment that you live in, your house, all those things? That's all controlled by the amount of money that you're making. Who dictates to you how much money you're actually able to make? Well, you may say, well, if I chose to go get a better job, I could make more money. Then why don't you? If you can, why don't you? Why are you not earning more income if it's just so easy to change? I would definitely say that most people, it's not just so easy to change. They have to take what is given, what's offered from their employer. And if they were to go into their employer and say, hey, I want double my income, they would get fired or laughed at. They would not actually get double their income. And so it's so important for us to recognize what's really happening and who's slaves. It's kind of a bad word in political correctness, but whose person are we building? Are we building somebody else's dream? Are we being a slave to somebody else's wills and pleasures? Or are we in charge of our own? And so that's when people will go from the employee mindset to the self-employed mindset. And I don't want to be somebody else's person. I don't want to be working for somebody else. I want to be building my own company. I want to be building my own thing. And although that's a great wish and really great idea, why on earth, right? In my mind, why on earth would I take the exchange of having one boss, having one person tell me what to do, when to show up, what time I can eat my lunch, when I can spend time with my family, when I can go on vacation? Why would I take one person and then go and be self-employed and trade that for as many clients as I have? That's how many bosses I have. I have to be personally responsible to make every one of those people happy. And if I can't make them happy, then I don't get money, or I don't get the lifestyle that I want. And in that situation, that's even worse, right? Where you absolutely have to be always working. You traded one boss for multiple bosses. That's the story of somebody going from an employee mindset to a self-employed situation. So how does that differ from being a business owner? What happens when you own a business? Well, business, you should be able to walk away from completely without you having to do anything or nothing else more than encourage people. And it would run without you. If you needed to take a week off, it would run without you. If you needed to spend time with family or friends for medical reasons, or you just want to go on a vacation, whatever, are you going to continue to earn income from that? Or are you restricted to only earning income when you're working? And there's a lot of people who think they're business owners, and they're really just self-employed. And I think it's a transition. Very, very few people are able to go straight from nothing and straight into business ownership. But why? And a lot of that is, how big of a risk is somebody willing to take, and how accustomed to risk taking are they? And so that's what I would encourage everyone to think about is, okay, what's my personal brand of slavery? What does it look like? Why would I be willing to label myself as a slave to a system, if nothing else, or a habit? If nothing else, we can all agree that we're slaves to that, if not slaves to our employers or corporations, which are not individuals per se, but they definitely control every aspect, and sometimes more aspects than what a traditional slave owner would have control of their slaves. So just keep that in mind. Think about that and ponder on that. How can I go from this other situation where I don't have control over any of my time, and go to a situation where I'm not serving at somebody else's will or pleasure, but I'm serving to provide for my family and myself, but it's going to build and be there, passive income or people under management, whatever it is, that it's going to be there no matter when or how I'm living my life. I'm going to continue to get income from it. And that's what I would think everybody should be thinking about. How can we get there? Because if we're not there, we definitely will be working probably until we die, because most people, most corporations, and I'm not exempt from this as well. The people that I pay hourly, I do the same exact thing. And I don't think it's necessarily wrong to do this, but essentially, as an employer or as a business owner, it's our objective to maximize the growth and the income on our business. And so we are paying our employees just enough not to quit. We're not paying them everything like that we could. We're paying them just enough not to quit. And I would venture to say that your employer is paying you just enough not to quit. And in some cases, you could go in and say, I'm going to quit. And then they might offer you more money to stay because you're valuable. And then the question you have to ask yourself then is, wow, if I was always this valuable, why didn't my employer come to me and say, wow, I really value you, and here's a little bit of extra money because this is what I actually value at. No, they're only going to offer extra money when they have something to lose. And it's not good or bad. It just is the way it is. And so you need to decide, do you want to be the one dictating, hey, I'm going to offer you just enough not to lose? Or do you want to be the one dictating or being dictated to exactly what you're worth? So anyways, have a great day, and please comment, review this podcast as well as the video here, and share it with as many people as possible. I want to get the name out there and the message. That's what's most important.